What's up, Internet? Welcome back to what is possibly the final character showcase for Fire Emblem Warriors, and this is Owain. Owain, you guys probably already know this by now, is a clone of Ryoma. Ryoma, I've already said before, as being quite possibly one of the best single-target damage-based units, and Owain can arguably do that exact same job, but maybe even better. This is thanks in no small part to his ridiculous stat spread. Despite the fact that it seems kind of messy, he has enormous stats across the board, and thanks to all the new skills that we've accumulated over the past couple of DLCs, he actually can handle pretty much any job and use any skill set to his advantage. So if you take a quick look, I've already given him the amped ability. This means that his base stats will be increased by 20%, and you definitely want to have that on him just due to the fact that his stats are already very high. High strength at 156 and magic, give him his usual resonating power and he will have a skyrocket in his damage peak. It's really good stuff. Defense and resistance, who cares? Skill and speed are very good. Thanks to the addition of Gale Force, speed is an extremely useful skill to have because it's going to help him stay in awakening mode for that much longer. Skill is also very good just due to the fact that with warrior specials and critical hits he will do plenty of damage, not to mention that with having high skill, that just means that he'll have almost no trouble at all going through even the tankiest of enemies. And he rounds it out with a very respectable luck. At 119 with the Amp special, he is going to be making quite good use of Luna. Now, speaking of the actual skill build that we're going to be using today, Resonating Power is of course his native skill. He does make the best use of it, as long as, just the same with Cordelia and Celica. Then we also have Luna, Lone Wolf, Gale Force, Vengeance, and Astra. Luna, it's pretty obvious why. He already has a respectable luck stat. I was thinking of giving him lethality, but due to the fact that his skill set is already very high, and the fact that it actually doesn't matter if you don't kill him the first time because his attacks actually do so much in conjunction with Vengeance, so you don't need to worry about that too much. Lone Wolf, just to give him even more of an edge, and of course Gale Force synergizes very well with his speed, and of course Astra for very obvious reasons. This is a very impractical build that we're running for today, but really it's for this reason alone that because it's so impractical, I can't think of anything even more appropriate for Owain. It's really cool stuff. Part of what makes Owain shine is the fact that he just does a lot of things very well. Everything that he does, whether it's being a single target damager or just being someone that clears out the maps, he can do that quite nicely in the same vein as Ryoma, but then he just takes that to a whole new level. So when it comes to the Mistletoe, it's no longer the crummy weapon that it used to be. Mistletoe actually becomes a Dark Blade if you get the Divine Favor. I'm giving him amped because obviously he has high stats across the board. We want to capitalize on that as best as we can. Strong 4 is his best method of AoE, and it also works as an insane dueling potential due to the fact that you not only create stun gauge, but it can also be used a second time to help break that stun gauge. Armor Strike is quite useful because we're not playing with lethality right now, so if you break the Armor Strike and then you cut the defenses in half, all of his normal regular combos will do tons of damage due to the fact that we're running Vengeance today. Warrior Plus is just to help round him out a little bit further. We're not going to be making use of Warrior Gauge nearly as much, especially because we are using Gale Force, but if you want, you can also feel free to do something along the lines of Critical Plus, or even Para Plus, assuming that you're not going to be using Lone Wolf. Fury Builder is pretty obvious why we want this. For every 100 kills, he's going to get some increase in damage, and of course Wing Slayer. The most common types of spear users are Pegasus Knights, so it's going to help us get a little bit more of an edge, not to mention that Wyvern Riders do not stand a chance against Owain whatsoever. So what we're going to do is just we're going to assign everyone to the center of the stage and let Owain take on this fight. This is the exact same map where you actually get the Opus for Cordelia's weapon, and Owain, the funny thing about the build that we're doing right now is that it's actually quite dangerous. We're going to be running with the Vengeance, and the thing about Vengeance, as you guys probably already know, with the more damage we take from this skill, the more damage we're going to be doing ourselves. So the majority of the time we are going to be spamming the combo 4, so 3 regular attacks followed up by a strong attack, and that is going to be AoE, long range, and expose the stun gauge. And if we want, we can also just go ahead and then break the stun gauge ourselves. But for the most part though, as this fight progresses, he's going to be doing some insane amounts of damage. It's going to be really exciting. Alright, so my goal here is basically just to clear the surrounding area where our fortress is. I want to make sure that our objectives are secure, and by doing that, Yes, we're going to head over to Olivia. I'm actually not going to take any prisoners. Owain takes no prisoners today, you guys. We are going to actually kill all the captains that we encounter to make this just a little bit more exciting. And I believe one of them is Ryoma, so by having a Ryoma to fight against, we're actually going to see both users of the moveset going at it against each other. Okay. We have the 2 mana cats. I don't have to worry about this too much. Honestly, the thing about this particular move is that it has so long range that you can actually just spam this with no consequence to yourself. It's really, really useful. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do this again. Like, part of like halfway through the entire fortress, it reaches quite nicely. Okay, so that is going to be... Wait. So just buffer the attack, do another attack to finish him off. It's a really, really fun move. Part of the reason why I complained a lot about Ryoma is that I didn't think his AoE was very good until this move was kind of showed to me. This might not be the entire room clearing ability that Camilla has or that Robin or Olivia has, but he still does a really good job of clearing AoEs. As long as you head to your objective and do this attack, you're going to rack up a lot of collateral damage, and that's exactly what we want. So again, we're going to be spamming the combo 4, because that is going to be getting a buff from our weapon. And just like that, the dragon falls in just a handful of combos. Really good stuff. So you can see that what I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to play it really, really safe, because remember, if I get so much as nicked, I have completely maxed out... maxed out defensive crest, so I'm not too worried about taking damage very early on. But then when it does get to a point where we're at low HP though, I do not want to be anywhere near these guys. The Owain Ryoma moveset does a fantastic job of doing this. So here we go. So just get yourselves lined up, try to cover as many people as you can. We are going to be a solo act, so we can't rely on our teammates to get any KOs to get our S rank right now. So this is kind of the annoying parts, and I apologize in advance. The thing about playing with Vengeance is that the sound effect for having low HP is very annoying. The only way to get rid of it would be to get rid of sound effects in general, and I don't want to do that. Sound effects are part of the experience, so please bear with me. Just say that it's Dark Force is trying to hinder Owain from concentrating on his swordplay. I think he'll do just fine. Alright, so the assassins have appeared. This is another side quest. We're going to initiate this, and here we go. We're going to get everyone in this little Katamari of ours. And there we go. Do you want? Let's buffer another one. Buffer another combo 4 if we can. And maybe rack up some KOs as much as we can too. So we have used the warrior special during the yellow gauge. Let's hope I caught it. And this should be a kill. Or this should break the gauge. Yeah, this would be good. Oh my goodness, maybe lethality would have helped out that time. That's okay, Frederick has really, really high defenses, so I don't really blame myself too much. Not to mention that the thing about Vengeance is that Vengeance does not actually affect the damage of your critical hits, so keep that in mind. It's only for your combos where you're going to be seeing an increase in your damage for all that beeping noises that are happening. It would have been extremely broken if it affected Warrior Gauge, I will say that right now. Okay, I think really the key difference between Owain and Ryoma, I'm going to make the assumption that maybe his skill and luck stat would be a little bit higher. But still, like, look how much damage you can do as a result of having Vengeance. It's so strong. Okay, so again, just trying to play it really, really safe right now. We're going with a more different playstyle than we usually do. So yeah, it takes like 3 combo 4s to take down 1 dragon, which is really, really nice. Let's try to get in range of this one too. Gotta get away from this one. Here we go. There. And we're gonna go ahead and fight the Ryoma, who's gonna head to the center of the map. I cannot wait to fight against him. We're going to go ahead and use our Awakening Gauge as soon as we head to the center, but first let's take out these outpost captains while we still can. Okay, so currently we do need 575 more KOs to seal the deal on that S rank, and I want to be really careful about this. I actually have done a couple of test runs, and I usually fall to the really stupid mistakes, so that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid for this video. Owain's a really good unit overall, just due to the fact that his potential for single target damage is just so high. Now that we have a bunch of people here, we can try to make use of yellow stun gauges to actually give ourselves some AoE. Unfortunately, Owain also does crazy amounts of damage, so we might not be able to see that. Oh, look at that damage. Okay, I see that Ryoma in the distance. I'm gonna try to get my way over here. See if we can catch them all. Gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. Yes! Come on, get Ryoma! Oh, so close. Oh, I gotta be so safe for this one. Yes! Go, break it, break it, break it! Yes! Okay, that's what I like to see. This is gonna be a fun one. Alright, let's follow it up again. Just do another. I just do 2 combo 4s. That's more than enough to break the stun gauge. I should have just done that early on. Would have saved a little bit more time. And let's just create some gauge here. Why not? We're here. So yeah, this is basically what you're going to do when you're playing as Owain. If you feel the need to rack up KOs, you're going to be spamming the combo 4. That is by far his best combo, due to the fact that it has great single target damage and AoE, so you can't go wrong spamming this one. Not to mention you have a long range, so like if you're playing with a dangerous build such as this, then you do not have to worry whatsoever. Okay, and we got the 2059. We can actually go... let's go ahead and just seal the deal on the rest of these fortresses then, shall we? I'm having fun playing as Owain. Owain was probably one of my favorite characters in the original Awakening, just due to the fact that he's so unorthodox, but yet at the same time somehow very, very heroic. Not to mention that he's one of royal blood. Apparently he also appears in Fates, but I still have yet to see about that one. Look how awesome this is. Swords of light and darkness. And the way that he has to quote the games, or the previous games of Fire Emblem, that's a real treat for me too. Alright, so yeah, we got a bunch of people here. Again, combo 4 just makes mincemeat out of the entire army. Yeah, you gotta be really careful for this part now. Look, yeah, we don't need to worry about stun gauges anymore. Look how much damage he does with all that fury builder. Oh boy. Gotta be careful about this one. I think this is the one that screwed me up, actually. So let's try to catch them with this special and KO both of them. We won't get the bonus damage from Vengeance, like I said earlier, but let's see if we can just get something good out of this. Perfect! Alright, and let's just get this fortress. Oh, whoops. Combo 4. Oh man, the shockwave is so strong. Do you know what? They're actually going to be pushing for our base. So do you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and return the favor in kind and go straight for their fortress? Run, 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 Owain! Yeah, and also just so you guys, like, if you guys don't know, the Vengeance actually does not affect the requirements for getting an S rank. It's only damage that you take from enemies that will affect it. So don't worry about this annoying beeping sound. I'm sorry again. Owain's a really, really fun character. Honestly, it kind of just goes to show that for all the characters that have reused movesets, they're all fairly decent in their own way. Okay, gotta be very careful for this part. Let's just go ahead and do this. We should be able to break the stun gauge of the guy behind and kind of give us a little bit more breathing room. These are like the really scary parts of the game. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow, this is strong. Okay, cool. Looks like we didn't even need to worry about that. That's the thing, though. The build that we're using right now, as unorthodox as it has damage coming from various sources. It's just a matter of you, as the player, keeping track of whatever those damage sources are. So that's basically what this is, though. All damage, all fun, and that's what Owain is all about. Incredible single target damage, and he's no slouch when it comes to AoE, too. Honestly, all the characters that we got for this DLC pack were really good, but I think Owain and Olivia definitely come out on top, just because they already borrow concepts of characters that already exist, but then develop it further, and in the case of Owain, can even surpass the original guy. So, fans of Owain, congratulations, you got yourselves what's essentially, or arguably, the better Ryoma. Anyways, guys, we got ourselves the S rank, 2809 enemies defeated, and 0% damage taken. See, that beeping in the background was all your imagination. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks very, very much for joining me. We have covered every single character, I believe. Every single character in Fire Emblem Warriors, and we actually have a couple more ideas for some more Fire Emblem content coming your way now that we're going to be covering even the nitty-gritty parts of the little DLC that we got last week. So guys, thanks very, very much for joining me, and as usual, I will see you guys next time. Take care.